How do you write an unforgettable novel, short story, or memoir that will leave readers riveted from first page to last? The answer: one scene at a time. Between the big picture storytelling tools like plot, character development, and world building, and the minute details like word. How do you write an unforgettable novel, short story, or memoir that will leave readers riveted from first page to last? The answer: one scene at a time. Between the big picture storytelling tools like plot, character development, and world building, and the minute details like word choice and sentence structure, lies the scene, the very building block of story itself. Scenes are where your plot unfolds, where your characters come to life, and where your world emerges from the page. Scenes are how you take your brilliant idea and turn it into a brilliant story. A compelling, well-crafted scene will grab the reader from the first line, keep them turning pages until the last line, and leave them hungry for more. Now imagine if you filled your entire story with scenes like this, one after the next. The result would be a story that is impossible to put down and a delight to read. That's exactly what you'll discover how to do in this course. Welcome to the Scene Crafting Masterclass, a course that is dear to my heart, as I believe that learning to write scenes instantly improves any story and provides you, the writer, with an essential skill of strong storytelling. Strong scene writing infuses your story with vivid action, compelling characters, and an unforgettable reading experience. Scene writing is, in fact, the answer to that old adage, show don't tell, because when you write in scenes, you let your characters do the acting, speaking, and demonstrating for you, creating vivid, memorable events. I often say that scenes are the essential DNA of great stories, and that once you've mastered them, you'll find yourself writing with direction and purpose, rather than meandering through the weeds of a story that isn't gelling. Plots are, after all, built one scene at a time. Hello, I'm Jordan Rosenfeld, author of 6 popular craft books for writers, including Make a Scene, Writing Deep Scenes, and How to Write a Page Turner, and a fiction writer by passion who has published multiple novels, and has far more in the old writing drawer. I have an MFA in Creative Writing and Literature from Bennington College, and have learned just as much in the School of Hard Knocks, by which I mean trial and error, than I did in a professional classroom. Learning to write in scenes radically transformed my writing, and I know it will do the same for you. In this course, we're going to take the concept of scene writing, which many writers find to be complex and even mysterious, and break it down to its simplest form, so that there's no mystery left in the process. After taking this course, you will have a proven step-by-step method for writing powerful dynamic scenes that will work time and time again with every story you conceive and every writing project you take on. If you're worried this step-by-step approach to writing scenes will take the magic and fun out of storytelling, I promise you it only enhances it. No longer will you have to guess if your scenes are working and doing their part to hold the story together. You will know that they are, which frees you up to do amazing creative things with your writing. So if you're ready to become a scene crafting master, click over to the next lecture and we'll get started. Before we start breaking open scenes and seeing what they're made of, let's start by talking about how this course works so you can understand exactly how it will help improve your scene writing and your storytelling. First up, who will benefit from this course? This course is designed primarily for novelists, short story writers, narrative nonfiction writers, and memoirists. It doesn't matter where you are in the writing process. It's never too early or too late to master scene writing. So regardless if you're currently drafting a new project, revising an existing project, outlining your next project, or even just wanting to gain a better understanding of how scenes work, by the end of this course, you'll know exactly what a scene is, what it's made of, how to structure a compelling one every time, and how to enhance scenes so they leap off the page and rocket straight into the imagination of your readers. We'll accomplish this by first breaking down exactly what a scene is, why it's an important building block of your story, and how it's constructed to give you a solid foundation for your scene writing. In our basic scene design section, we'll take the mystery out of scene writing by looking at the architecture of a scene, including the 4 basic parts of any well-crafted scene. We'll also study and analyze 2 full-length scenes from different genres so you can see exactly how these scene design concepts play out in popular novels. Once we've got a firm knowledge of this basic scene structure, we'll learn how to enhance our scenes using the 3 powerful tools that I've found to be the most impactful in elevating your scene writing: emotion, pacing, and subtext. This is where we'll really build on the foundations we've learned in the first half of the course and discover how to take a basic scene and make it shine. And of course, throughout this entire course, you'll be working on scenes of your own to put everything you've learned into practice. Before we even get into the meat of the course, you'll be writing the first draft of a starter scene based on prompts that I've created to help you kickstart your scene. This first draft will be your before snapshot and will help you determine where you currently are in your scene writing skills. Throughout the course, we'll be coming back to this starter scene, revising it, and enhancing it using all the new skills you'll learn. This is how you can measure your progress through the course. By the end, you'll be able to see exactly how each step in the process shapes and improves your work. I'll be doing the starter scene and all the exercises along with you and sharing my results, so you can see exactly how my scenes come to life, piece by piece, right alongside your own. Then, toward the end of the course, in our Putting It All Together section, you'll have an opportunity to write several more scenes from scratch, combining everything you've learned to craft several different types of scenes. This is where you'll really be able to stretch your legs and see how far you can run with your new scene crafting skills. I do recommend, even if you are currently working on a full-length story, that you put it aside for now and complete the exercises in this course with the prompt choices I've provided. Not only are the prompts in this course specifically designed to help you absorb and apply the information presented in the course, but working on a scene outside of your current project that you may not care as much about will free you up to tinker, try new things, and venture out of your comfort zone, all without worrying about how it will affect your manuscript. Then, at the end, in the Putting It All Together section, I'll guide you through how you can start applying what you've learned to your work in progress. Are you getting excited? I certainly am. But before we move on and start crafting scenes, I want to take a quick moment to clarify what this course is and what it is not. This course is designed to help you drill into the individual building blocks of a story and make sure those building blocks are constructed as sturdily as possible with the best chance of engaging your reader. Although we will discuss briefly how those scenes fit into a larger story, this is not a course on plot, story structure, or character development. This course is best taken in conjunction with, or before or after, a plot and/or character development course, so you can get a more complete understanding of how your scenes affect those bigger picture storytelling elements. For a plot course, I recommend Writing Mastery's Write a Best-Selling Novel in 15 Steps, taught by Jessica Brody. And for a character development course, I recommend Writing Mastery's Crafting Dynamic Characters, taught by Mary Cole and Jessica Brody. However, I did include a bonus section at the end of the course called Connecting Your Scenes Together, which will walk you through some quick tips on how to transition from scene to scene and ensure your scenes are building upon each other to create an unforgettable story. Okay, are you ready to get into it? I don't know about you, but I'm kind of itching to start writing. But before we do, we have one more thing to do, and that is to get you set up with all the materials you'll need to rock this course. Before we start mastering the art of scene crafting, I want to take a moment to direct you to your Scene Crafter's Workbook, an important resource that you'll be using